Last night I watched the State of the Union, and there was something that stood out to me that really bothered me. Um, when I saw it, I thought about my book, The Seven Stages to Self-Worth, which is up there on the screen here. And there's a passage in my book that talks about the two P's, the power of the two P's, which are perception and persuasion. In other words, what people perceive of you can persuade them to act a certain way towards you. Now, last night there was a little boy, 13-year-old boy, who had gone through brain surgery and who was not expected to live past 5 years, but he's been living for 6 years. And he's always wanted to be a police officer all of his life. There's nothing wrong with that. He was honored by President Trump. And as he was being honored, no Democrat stood in honor of this little boy. They had so much disdain for the president till they could not even honor that little boy. And see, Democrats, this is the reason why you are going to continue to lose. Why? Because instead of you sitting there taking bullet points to see how you can make it better for the Democratic Party as you move into the future, you rather pout and play games. Two wrongs do not make a right. I'm going to say that again. Two wrongs don't make a right. That's what the old folks used to say. Now, I usually don't speak on politics because I have other things going on. But when it comes to young men, especially young African American men, which I am in the process of building a very strong mentorship for, that should be a bipartisan thing. All should have risen in honor of this little 5-year-old boy who's been fighting for his very life. Now, what you guys have probably done, you've probably set the Democrats back about 20 years. People are watching. I am a researcher. I have talked to over 15,000 people over the last 5 years, and I'm continuing to talk to people. And the number one things I'm hearing when I ask questions on both sides is that the Democrats have no plan. We are tired of hearing the whining. See, people may not say it to your face, but believe me, when they sit at their dinner tables, they're talking about these kind of things. They don't want to hear the whining anymore. They want to hear policy. They want to hear strategic plans of what you're going to implement to make it better for certain communities, especially lower income communities in which you are supposedly have represented all these years. You're more concerned about transgenderism than you are giving honor to a little boy who's fighting for his life. What is wrong with you people? I've been a Democrat all my life, but after this year, I will no longer be a Democrat. I will be an independent. See, I believe in the truth. My time is a lot shorter moving in front of me than it is behind me. So I do not have time to play games. It's time to start building this country. It's time to start unifying this country. But you cannot unify this country if you are playing stupid games. Stop it. Stop. This is a rebuke to the Democratic Party. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because remember, the power of perception and persuasion. What people perceive of you tend to persuade them to act a certain way towards you. Remember now, you don't want this to come back to haunt you in the primaries. I got to give it to President Trump's team. Whoever his strategies are, they are a genius because you guys fell right into the trap. Trust me, social media is going to tell you that you fell right into the trap. So I encourage the Democratic Party, Republican Party. I wish all you guys could come together for the common cause of this country. This country is only 250 years old, well, 248, 250, somewhere in that number. Whereas overseas in Europe, they've had time to get it right. For example, Oxford University is close to 1,000 years old, if not 1,000 years old already. We're only 250 years old, so we're still getting it right. So let's all come together and get it right.